Hello, welcome back to school. The school bell is in the schoolroom again, and I'm in the bedroom. But I think a couple videos ago, I don't know when it was, but I'd mentioned that I got some fun stuff in the mail. And I think I can show you, but I'm still trying to get things all organized. But most of it's, for the most part, organized. So I'm going to show you what I have. I gotta flip you over. I got blocks. So these are, if you're familiar with homeschooling, these are the Math U C manipulative blocks. So there is a curriculum that's really popular with homeschoolers, and they have blocks and books and DVDs and online stuff and all kinds of fun stuff. We're not going through that curriculum, but we got the blocks so that I could better understand larger concepts like borrowing and carrying and all that other stuff. So we're gonna see how that works. I have them all, for the most part, pretty well organized. It's not perfect. From what it sounds like, they used to have like these really big wooden boxes or crates or whatever. Not necessarily crates, but these big wooden boxes that you could actually work on. Like they'd have like a working thing here and the little blocks, and then they'd have another thing for the hundreds, because those are over here. So they did have those, but they don't have them anymore. Like you can still buy them, but they're like expensive. So so I got these, and I just basically, like, for the most part, like put them in little compartments. And these little things here, they actually move. So I could actually like move things around. These center ones don't come out, like the ones that are going whatever direction this is. Horizontal? No. Vertical? I think these are vertical. I never know. I was getting horizontal and vertical mixed up. But the ones that are going up and down from like here, they don't come out, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Each color has like a different color number. I'm not horribly fond of the color choices. There's like some of them, there's not a very big contrast of a difference. Like, I don't know, like these, they're almost identical. And if you put the 2s with it, let me see, because these are 3s and these are 4s. And if you put the 2s, which I got another box under here for the other ones. So like here, if I could take this thing out, it would make these easier and just meld into one. But these are the 2s. And then these ones and these ones. These all look almost identical. Like, it could just be that I got really crappy vision. Okay, maybe the 2 you can tell. I mean, the 2 does look more, I don't know. It does stand out more. But whatever number this is, the 3 and the 4 are really close in color, which doesn't help me a lot. So each color has its own like number, and I don't know, I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. Like the green one, like I think there's 20 or 30 of these. These are your units. And then these ones, these are your 3s. And the cool thing is they got these little indents. I guess, like, you flip them over or something for subtraction. I don't know. But they got, like, little notches on the top, and they got little indents on the bottom. So this is, like, so cool for blind people or people with low vision. They can actually feel what the numbers are. So these are your 3s, and these ones I think are your 6s or 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are your 6s. And I think for all of these, I think there's 10. These ones I know are the 8s, because there's this big thing on the internet when anyone talks about this. They talk about how these things look like chocolate. And if you say it really carefully, you could say chocolate. So, yeah. And yeah, these things really do look like chocolate, which is kind of fun. But you can't eat them. So those are your 8s. And these ones are your 5s, I think. 1, 2... Oops, I lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these are your 5s. One of these actually reminded me of, like, that mint green that you see dentists and doctors wear. I don't know if it's that one or if it's the 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your 4s. So when I put these in here, I tried to keep the color contrast as different as possible. And I guess I would just learn them by where they are in the little box. So that's your first set. And then over here, like, let's go with these big ones. These ones I think are your 9s. I think this is the mint green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm losing my count. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are your 9s. And then these ones I think are your 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are your 7s. And then these ones I think are your 2s. So that's easy to feel with one hand. And then these ones are your 10s. So you got 1, 2. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna count them. But these are your 10s. I'm kind of don't like how they put, like, the 10 and the 1s. They're almost identical. I mean, they're not identical, but when you can't see well, deciphering color isn't always a good thing. So these are, like, really close. So someone who has, like, color issues would have a hard time discerning some of these colors for sure. So that's everything that is in, that I have organized in the boxes. And then over here, there are some more blocks that I don't have a home for, because I just don't have a home for them. So I don't know why, but there was like 13 of the 5s. So I just put the extra ones in here because I don't know what they're for. Because all the other ones, they all have 10. And these are extra 10s. So there's like 20 of these. But there's 10 in here. So these are the extra 10s, and so instead of having to, you know, take up so much space with all these 10s, I just left them in here. And these are the little dividers from the trays that I have. And these are your hundreds. And there's 10 of these too. And so these things, I just don't have a spot for, because I just don't have a spot. So in the, what do you call it? In the actual block thing, it came with some other stuff, foldy up stuff that I have in the bottom here. Hold on, let me pull these out. So it came with like this thing. It's like a reading thing or contact information. It came with a, what do they call this thing? A user's guide? I think it's a user's guide. Yeah, it came with a user's guide. And I guess you can use these in different ways, but I haven't really gone through to read this or really figure out. There's a clock. Yeah, that looks like a clock. So somehow they use these for telling time. And I guess they teach like multiplication and division with these things too. And somehow they teach negative numbers, but I think there's other parts of the curriculum, like there's fraction things, and then there's something for algebra that you can get, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get the fraction one, but I'm thinking I'll wait a little bit before I get into those, but definitely, because we do deal with fractions with the with like Wentworth and some of the stuff that we do, those teachers said would help with the concept of understanding what fractions are. This thing here is actually the back of the box it came in. It basically just is a bunch of reading of what you can do or how manipulatives help people learn maths. I don't know. But yeah, I guess there's lots of studies out there that show, yeah, if you use manipulative for math, you will be able to read it and understand it better. So I just kind of cut down the box and kept that because I wanted to. And then the other part of the box, this is basically a measuring of all the items that you get in the box for the blocks. And then this thing is a really big fold out thing. It's like hundreds and tens. Oh gosh, what is it? It's like a hundreds, tens, and units thing where you could actually, like, if you unfold it, I don't like to unfold it because it's like really wonky. Hold on, I'm gonna unfold it for you guys. So this is a really big thing. It looks like there's lines on here, but they're really faint. I mean, I shouldn't say they're faint. I mean, they're not faint, but they're very, very thin. So what I might do is go through this with a straight edge and make them darker, I think, but I don't know. If I did, I'd probably want someone who has good vision to do this and make sure that it's not messed up. But the other thing is, it's on glossy paper, And if I do that and it smears, then I've totally like destroyed this, and I don't want to do that. So the other thing is, if I could try to get it copied, and then I could like make the lines on a piece of paper on the copy, and then get it laminated and use it that way, and have this as just, you know, a nice thing. But yeah, so from what it looks like, only 9 blocks will fit inside a single, I guess, a single house, because it's actually a neighborhood or a street name, and apparently it's called Decimal Street. So this is how they teach place value, I guess, using this curriculum. But they've got one for the units, and then the big tall one is for the ones. No, the big tall one is for the tens. Yeah, the big tall one is for the well, let me see. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't feel like it's what I'm looking for. Let me grab one of... Oh no. I don't know, where did I put them? Oh no, I lost them. I lost my blocks. Here they are. Okay, so we could like put them here. Like they go on like that, I think. But I don't know because I can't see the lines. Okay, that one can go there. And then there's a small one that goes on the units. Hold on. No. Yeah, that one has my units in it. So then your unit would go in this house here. Wait, hold on. I think I got this one in the wrong house. Because this house is too big. No, it's too small. So this one I think goes in here. But I don't know. And then that one goes in there. And then I guess the big ones go inside the big one. Except I can't get a big one. Here. The big one would go in the big one. Like that. Or something. I don't know. I'm totally smashing up Decimal Street. But more or less that's kind of how it works out, I guess. On the back of this thing is that clock. I guess you make a clock with the different blocks. And then you learn how to tell time with the clock, which is pretty kind of cool. Because I don't remember how I learned how to read a clock. I always kind of get thrown off as to, like, if it's in the middle, what number it's on. Like, if it's on this hour or that hour. But, I don't know. Of course, I don't have my clock. I never have my clock set right. Like, I think my wristwatch is 5 minutes ahead and 1 hour behind. That's if we're in, like, daylight saving time. So this is the other thing that came. Well, it's just on the back side of this. But I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work out. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I do know a couple of the books that we use do have things that talk about time in it. So that'll be interesting to see if this could come in handy for that. And I do know for sure that this is upside down. Yeah, because the black thing goes at the bottom. I do know for sure in year 3, with whatever the hodgepodge of textbooks we're using from the 1800s, or 1800s and early 1900s, they do introduce decimals. And I think, like, not decimals, but like the ones, units, and tens. No, I don't know. The hundreds and the units and stuff. They do introduce that. And even with like the numbers we're using right now, I'm gonna fold this up real quick. So like working with like some of with the books that we're doing right now, like we're working through the number 11 in the TFSN book and things, which I still haven't done any recitations on any of those, which is not good. We could potentially like use these blocks for learning and understanding about these higher numbers. Obviously, I don't know how far we could go with them, but yeah. So we could do like, I don't know. I'm just trying to move that so it's out of the way. So like if we did the number 11. I'm trying to move this and I don't, everything is clear so I can't really tell where anything is. Okay, so like if we're doing the number 11, I'm just like throwing this together here. I have another box here that I haven't opened. So if we're doing like the number 11, obviously we could do like 10. And first we would have to understand what even 11 is, like knowing that it's a 110, and I think it would be a unit. Like just understanding that concept. And then like putting this, you could like stack, I don't know, you could stack your 1 up here, and then just make sure it's not gonna fall. You can start to figure out how many other numbers, like the 8, and I guess it'd be 8 and 4, I think. Is that 11? No, that doesn't look like it's 11. But something like that. I don't know what number I grabbed, but I don't think that's 11. Yeah, that is way more than 11. But stuff like that. We could start to actually work with these and start to figure out, well, what numbers do equal 11. Well, I know it's not 8 and 2. I try 8 and 3. I mean, I've not done this, so this is like totally new. So we got 8, and then that can go there, and then your unit could go there. Obviously, this is not working too well, but 8 and 3, 8 and 3 are 11. So yeah, that's like something that we could actually, I could actually start to toy around with and start to understand with using these. And I think it's cool that these are like actual numbers. Like when I was in school, we had these ugly yellow ones. Like they were, like you got the unit cubes. Like we had like the unit cubes and the hundreds and then the tens. And that was all we had. That was all we had, was just the hundreds, the tens, and the units. And so like because I didn't have all these other numbers, I don't know, like I just never understood that concept of, you know, the whole what do they call it, base 10 or whatever that we're using for numbers. I guess there's other bases, but I don't know anything about that. So I need to figure out better how to organize the rest of these. I'd like to try to get a couple more of these. Cool thing is these were on sale when I bought them, so I don't know how long the sale's gonna be. But if I can get a couple more of these, I could potentially put all the other manipulatives, like the fractions and things, possibly. I might be able to put them in these. If I can figure out how to take out this middle wall, or maybe find something similar to this where I could take out the middle wall, that would possibly help. Anyone's wondering, this is what it is that I have. I found it at Joann's in the sewing department. And again, the walls that are horizontal, no, the walls that are vertical don't come out on this box. If they have walls that come out, like to make bigger things, that would be awesome. So I'm going to look out for that. But that's what I'm using. And these are my fun blocks that I got. And I'm really excited because now I can, like, play with my blocks. Well, not really. But yeah, in a sense, I could play with my blocks when I work through my arithmetic stuff. So if you want to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell for all notifications.